So what happens after you are picked into a team and you are in the shadow project and you like the work and you've decided that you will be doing this, and you have communicated, you are working, and you now have given the reverse shadow as well, and now you are trained and confident that now you can take up a project, take up some responsibilities within the project, and you can work on it. Okay. So in this video, I will be telling you about my project experience that happened after I was selected and after I had undergone my shadow training and everything. Okay. If you have not yet seen my video on the shadow project and what happens after the 3 months of training, then I have put the link of that video in the description box down. I would request you to go and check that video out to know more about it. Let's get started. As I have already said before, I was also put in the cloud technology, cloud domain, and my major, so I was selected in the cloud assessment team. So what the assessment does, as I've said, cloud, there are companies or organizations who are now wanting to shift from their on-premise to cloud. Okay, in layman terms, you are shutting all of these systems and you're shutting all of these applications and you're putting it on systems that are there on cloud or the virtual machines that are there on cloud, right? So but you cannot just turn it off because there's a business running and they are big businesses, right? So say if it is a pharma company or if it is a grocery chain, so these kind of things, they cannot stop their business, right? The business must be running, the applications must be running, but at the same time, they need to be shifted from on-premise to cloud, correct? So you need to first analyze how the environment looks like. So that was what my team or the team in which I was put under was doing. It was making this migration from on-premise to cloud as a smooth transition so that the business who is making this shift doesn't incur any losses. Okay, so we were the assessment team doing the assessment of the environment that is there and the environment that needs to be created on cloud, and then this migration needs to be done. So this job, it sounds really easy, but it was very difficult because even after undergoing those trainings, when you are in shadow now, you are told by whoever is your senior, you are told that okay, we have received this file, now you need to do this. Okay, and now after doing this, you need to do this thing. You know what needs to be done, you have been told. But when you are in the project, at least in my case, when I was in the project, it was straight from the client. Okay, the client, we sat down, the client came. They said that okay, we have these many servers and these many applications are running on them and we want it on cloud. And we received a set of Excel sheets and we need to do the rest of the work. So initially it was a bit, I would say, overwhelming because a non-CSIT person like me, I did not know how to play with the Excels. I knew about some little bits that I was told in my shadow, right? You can do this by using this feature, this by using this feature. But when you are in the project, okay, when you are handling it by yourself, you need to also think about other things, just to automate or just to speed up the process. So even however many times you have learned one thing and you've done it and understood it, heard it several times, seen it several times, but till the time you sit and you get stuck on it and you do your bit of it, till that time you will not get hold of it. So don't get scared. The first project is typically a lot overwhelming. I know this because it was for me. I used to during the day I used to do the project work, and at night I used to go to other courses on YouTube and everything to learn Excel and to learn the other technologies that I needed to work on. Okay, now cloud computing also, there was no such subject in electrical. As I come from electrical, there was no such subject of cloud computing back in my college days. So that was also something new. Now what happened? My client, or for that reason, any client, okay, even yours or anybody's client, since cloud is a new concept, as I've said before, they need a validation that okay, who is this person, who is doing, is she confident, is she having that confidence on her work, will our project, will our money be taken, be used for good, things like this occur, will we be in profit? So these questions come from the client's end, and your organization needs to make them comfortable that yes, you are capable of doing it. So there was this pressure on us to complete a certification. Okay, so there was the first thing. First project, so a lot of things to learn and write it down, because it was a lot of remembering. Once the client says this and that, you might miss on the mails, so you need to keep on checking the mails. Very first thing, that you need to keep on checking your mails, and at any point of time your client should not feel rejected. Okay, so say for example, I'm not saying that if your client is mailing you at 12 p.m. you need to reply at 12 p.m. Okay, sorry, 12 a.m. then you need to reply at 12 a.m. at midnight. Okay, but all I'm saying is no mail should go unacknowledged. So if your client has said something, sent something, you need to at least say that, okay, this will be done, we'll see to it, this, that, you know, you need to handle it, you need to acknowledge the email. Okay, the first thing, you need to always be on top of your mails, because even your managers sometimes can ask you, what about this? So if you are not not able to respond at that time, then it doesn't give a good impression. Simple. Secondly, the first project, there are a lot of terminologies that you need to learn. They said something and you did not understand, so now you have to go to Google and you need to Google it up, that what does this terminology mean. And so it becomes a bit overwhelming, but again, that's a learning experience. That is what experience is all about. So you need to do your bit of it. After that, the third thing that that at least I had to do was learn Excel, the advanced functionalities, because my job was usually, a lot of Excel bit on it. So I had to learn a lot of Excel. So at night, during night, whenever I got some time, I used to go back to some videos to learn a few functions of Excel, so that my job becomes a bit easier. The fourth thing that I had to learn again was cloud. So as I had said, I was trained on AWS cloud. Now the base was there, but the project was on Azure. So I did not know terminologies of Azure. I was not aware of it. So I had to again go and I had to learn Azure. As soon as I was, just picking up and building my base for Azure cloud, I was asked to do a certification, okay? Because the client wanted this validation, where I knew that this Azure certification is really good for me, but I did not have the time. So how did I manage? Honestly, I could not. I did give a first attempt and I failed. So yeah, of course it was a voucher attempt, so it did not cost me, but I failed in my first Azure certification attempt, if you say. And I said to my lead that I tried, but I was not able to qualify, and I will again try. I need some time. I took 1 month of time and then I re-attempted the exam, and this time I qualified. So after that, I had this certification. I had learned Excel, a lot of it, and it had actually made my life very easy, learning these things, because there are small tips and tricks everywhere that if you use, your job becomes easy and your time is saved, which you can use for a different task. After doing that and learning all of it and passing the exam, some time later working on the project was over, and the client was typically happy about it. And they got everything rechecked they had Microsoft as their partner, so they got all the reports that we had sent to them, they got them rechecked with the Microsoft team, and they said that the report looks good and everything seems fine, so they can proceed ahead with the migration. So that was what my first project experience was like. It was majorly, either I'm working in the office, on the project work, or I'm working for the project, not working, studying for the project. So it was a lot of learning thing. It was very overwhelming. I won't deny, when I failed and I had to admit in front of the entire team that I had attempted and I had just missed by some marks. It was a bit embarrassing also, but that's how you learn. So failure is not that bad, I believe. And my team lead was very supportive. She really helped me get out of it, and she also provided me with some of the materials which made my life a bit easier. So this is one more thing that I would like to recommend to you guys, that keep your manager and your team lead on your side, because that will actually make your life very easy. You will be able to convey your queries, your doubts, your whatever fears you have, if any, you will be able to convey it to them very easily, and that will help build a very good rapport. Okay, it will actually help you build a very, very good rapport. So now also the offices are getting opened up, so you have a very good chance. When I was put in this project, within the first 3 months, that is, I was in shadow, the offices got shut and we were back to our hometown, because it was 2020 March and COVID had started. So mostly my interaction with my team lead and my manager was virtual. Even then I tried to build my rapport with them, because it was very important. When I failed in this exam and I I said that this thing, that I was wrong in this question was wrong, I couldn't understand this question. They were actually, they know these things, they have been working upon it. So they actually helped me understand the things a lot better than my just theoretical understanding. They worked on it, so they have this practical knowledge. So I want to say that make a good rapport with your seniors, with your team lead, with your manager, so that whenever you're stuck somewhere, they are there to help you out and pull you. Okay. And of course, if there is something like sometimes the client is not in a good mood and they want something to end, the deadline is tomorrow, okay, like we need this to be done by tomorrow. So at that time, if your manager is supportive for you, then he or she will really vote for you, vouch for you, that we think it cannot be completed by this, it's a very small deadline and you need to shift it, stuffs like that, okay. They can act as a shield when needed, okay. So that is what I have as an advice to all the freshers. These are the few things that you need to do. The first project is going to be overwhelming, no doubt about it, but you will be learning a lot out of it. Once the project gets over and everything goes as planned, and even it might be even better than planned, then you will feel good and you will be more confident and you will be the experienced person. You'll come out as an experienced person. That is something that really helps. Yeah, that's what my first project experience was all about. I will try to share more such videos with you if you find it useful. Thanks for watching. If you like today's video, put a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. That was CareerQ. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.